Dearest Diary, recently, Doric has been, well, mildly racist is not new, but what is new is the God's damned wind chimes. It's fine, he plays it okay, it's just not my cup of tea. I prefer jasmine tea. The fact remains, he's been playing it non-stop until we reach the city when he found out playing the wind chimes will get him thrown in jail. Hooray, a silver lining. Less of a silver lining was getting into the city and watching a halfling family be absolutely terrorized. I think maybe we need to get Doric to a cleric or something. A different cleric. Not much else has happened, mostly just reviewing laws and getting our bearings. We look for Kassan at dawn. Well, not dawn. Some of us like to sleep in. Also, P.S. If you're reading this note without my permission, I'll find you.
Oh, I wish you would.
Hey, what you got there?
Also, every time you start that voice, I am instantly picturing the creepy fedora man.
Why?
I don't like it.
Silver.
I don't like it.
Silver.
I don't like it.
Don't you own a fedora?
No.
I always think of Blackadder.
I was never douchey enough to own a fedora.
Okay, well, I used to own a fedora when I was 13, before neckbeards were really a social thing. Because I'm younger than all of you.
We're aware.
And
Very
I wanted to
aware.
get a new fedora until a 50-year-old woman walked up to me when I was shopping with my mom at the store and said, "Look, twinsies!" And then I handed the hat to my mom and said, "I don't want this anymore." I really hope that makes it.
I guess there are worse ways to leave the fedora life behind. But all right, back to the thing. So you are in the tavern. Bonus points. Anybody remembers the name of the tavern?
Shit, I was just about to ask.
Oh, you guys, come on.
Was it the Sleeping Cat?
Pop quiz.
It was the Sleeping Cat.
Ah, I didn't even take notes.
Yes.
Wait, was it?
Yes.
Was it?
'Cause there were cats in the corner of the bar.
Yeah, I
Yep.
voted
there
for it because I was like, cat cafe, cat
Pretty sure it's the
cafe.
sleeping sand cat, correct?
Yes.
This
Specifically
sleeping
Sandcat.
sand cat. Yes.
We had a whole episode named after it. Come on.
At the
guys.
time of
I
recording,
didn't look at the Google
at the time
Drive.
of recording this, that episode hasn't come out yet. Sorry to.
Well, now you just Wizard of Oz the whole thing. You know, look behind the curtain.
You broke it.
I don't believe in curtains.
So
I prefer partitions.
All right, so now we're looking for a fourth member because we're firing the halfling. But no.
Really, me pulling behind
If
the
you'd like
curtains
to
and not the
audition.
more than moderately racist dwarf.
It's a character.
Well, he said the halfling. I'm way too tall to be a halfling.
You're a triple halfling.
All right,
3 halflings in a trench
but yeah,
coat,
so
minus the fedora.
you're waking up in the tavern. I need the 3 of you to please roll me a
A
d4.
D4?
D4.
Oh,
Why'd you
God.
pick the one die I don't
No,
have?
a D4,
on
please.
hand? Oh, yes, I do. I lied.
I always have 2 sets back.
3.
1. That's either really good,
With my
really
die.
bad, or somewhere in between. That's how all things
Ah,
are.
I got a 4.
Okay, so those d4s that you just rolled. What was your sleeping arrangement again? I believe
I was in the room and Theo left me. 'cause
The
I was
tavern.
asleep.
Yeah,
Theo
Theo was
went
supposed to babysit, and he decided not to.
He went
He
to
locked the door, I think.
It locks from the
He went
inside.
into the other tavern to go to his room.
okay. So when it's time to wake up, I don't know who wakes up in what
It's
order. But
Guys
we'll
first.
start out. That's probably fair.
Farm boy. I think.
So, Guy, when you wake up, you feel a slight weight on the bed with you.
No, I don't remember inviting anybody, so I'm gonna imagine there's a cat. Is it a cat? Please tell me.
And you look at the
Yeah.
weight. Yeah, so there are two of the sand cats have made their way into your room and are laying in your
Yes,
bed.
I have been chosen.
Hey, guy, what did
You're
you
just the
roll on that
smallest.
D4?
A 1.
1. Okay.
He rolled the same number I rolled, so he got
Yay.
him.
It's not that you were chosen, is that you were just the smallest and cats bully the smallest person.
Most room.
It's because it's my passive tame ability.
And,
What?
And
let's
then
be
what
true,
did you roll, Doric?
That would be a 3.
Okay, so you're going to get a bit of a rude awakening when the sun rises,
Alright.
because you're facing into the sunrise, so you have the sun blasting right into your room through the open
Man.
windows.
Blindsided by the
that's
sun
just
in
a-
your birthday suit.
I was blinded by the light. So yeah, very upset waking up that way, stumbling around naked in the room, trying to find clothes. Going, Theo, Theo, I don't want to run into you. I'm naked. Where are you,
Shocking.
Theo? You hear it yelling down into the tavern.
Oh boy! And since Theo slept in the tavern, what's Theo doing in particular? And what number did you roll again?
A 4. I mean, he opens the
That
closet
is-
door and from the other tavern and goes, "Oh, you're not dressed yet." Sipping a hot tea. I'll wait. Closes the door, goes back in.
Please give me a perception check, Theo.
Yes.
I don't want extra details.
Do you want to roll good on this or not?
I don't know.
It's
if
not
a
related
good-
to Doric, I will say
if it's a
that.
good thing
Oh,
or a bad
okay.
thing, but it's a 26 because I rolled a nat 20.
Okay. A 26, so you would have noticed when you wake up, your clothes have been freshly washed. And as you were looking at them, you realized that the whatever dark colors you were wearing have been turned into a much lighter color.
So, like, the clothes that he was wearing?
Were his clothes just that dirty?
Whatever he would have taken,
Nasty ass.
whatever he would have taken off when he went to sleep in the tavern got washed, and the color has been changed.
Oh, they bleached your furs.
No, the furs have been stowed away inside his room for a while.
I have to ask, is it...
Yeah, he took those off
I
a
have
long
to
time
ask,
ago.
is it that the colors changed or that they were just that dirty?
Look,
Well, they're no longer black.
yeah, he had black dyed armor and a black trench coat. He was super edgy about the shit. Okay, he's 19. Get over it.
Yeah, now it's like a charcoal gray.
Theo
Everything's
definitely
charcoal
has a
gray.
fedora.
No. No, see, Theo would either have a cowboy hat or maybe one of those wide brim fucking preacher hats.
No, he has one of those one of the driving caps.
Oh,
Oh, come on. It's
fucking,
clearly a stovepipe like Abe Lincoln.
Well, listen, a
Stovepipe.
cowboy hat is just a fedora that drank Crimson
First of
Centaur
all,
energy
fuck
drink.
you. Never compare cowboy hat to a fedora.
All right, so you have that minor crisis to deal with
Wouldn't
as
even
your
bother him.
clothing has been changed.
It's just a
He's
trope.
like, oh,
The color has been
Just
changed in
a
your
trilby.
clothing.
they
with
washed my
wings.
clothes in warm water. This is not good. Okay, I'm gonna go now.
Hey, maybe they'll be cooler in the desert now.
He's not even, he may not even be awake enough to realize it at first. It'll sink in later. He's like, God damn it.
No, my power, it's gone.
So
Waits
right
about
now I
10
will
minutes
get
and
dressed.
then returns when Doric is dressed.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and get dressed and bump into him as he comes into the door. Okay, I'm dressed now. Where do we go? What are we doing? I need food. Wait, coffee. Are they making stuff downstairs yet?
I do not know. I did not sleep here last night.
Who did you find?
No one. I went to my room. Jingles his key. I went to
I
my
thought
own
we
room.
Thought we were sharing a room.
Yeah, I'm not sharing a room with a naked man. Sorry. I had enough of that when I was with the tribe. It's not happening anymore.
A fair
Barrack
point.
sleeping is horrible. Okay?
Dork will go down in search of coffee and breakfast.
Okay.
Are we on first breakfast or second breakfast?
All right, now listen here.
Sunrise. It's first.
It's sunrise, so it'll be
Sunrise
first breakfast.
Okay.
So as you head downstairs, everybody can kind of make their way in when they do. Your breakfast choices, they have some local fruits, like basically a local fruit bowl, or they have a like an oatmeal type breakfast.
What are the prices? Sorry, what are the prices for us, not the prices for Dork?
The prices I would say would be we'll do the 1 silver for the fruit, and then we'll do let's do 2 silver for the oatmeal breakfast. Both of them come with your drink of choice.
Oh, does the oatmeal come with like
So they
fixings?
have coffee. There's some stuff you can add to it, like your
Fruit,
sugar,
water.
some cinnamon, stuff like that. You just gotta tell them what you want, and they'll
Yep.
give you a little cup with it, and you can add to however much you want.
Fruit,
But yeah,
capital
so
water.
your drink choices in the morning, you have some local juice. There is a pineapple juice, and then we'll go with
Coffee?
let's do a pear
No
juice for
coffee.
fun. And then you have
Ooh.
a cactus. There's a cactus drink, and there's coffee and a tea.
Pineapple juice and a fruit cup. I heard
I
pineapple.
heard
Coffee
you like
and
fruit, so
fruit,
I got
yeah.
you some fruit for your fruit.
got you some fruit to have with your fruit. Yeah, just take your money, and you guys can eat and be merry, and then I'll meet up in the tavern.
Oatmeal? No, fruit and cactus juice. It's the quenchiest. Can I get away with saying that?
Sure.
This isn't hallucinogenic cactus juice, is it?
Uh,
I don't think they'd serve hallucinogenic cactus juice at breakfast.
It's not really a thing in real life. You know that, right?
No, I know that some cactus juice will give you a bad time. Not hallucinogenic, but diuretic. Laxative.
So will most coconut water. But continuing. So
and yes, it can be, depending on what kind of cactus it is. They can be very hallucinogenic on the level of LSD. So that is a thing.
I don't think that's I don't think that's a breakfast drink though. That seems more like a late dinner.
Oh, that is definitely a breakfast drink. That's the best day to live your life. Woo! All day.
Good lord.
Alright. So how did everybody sleep?
I didn't have to sleep.
Like a baby.
I didn't have to keep an eye on him. So pretty good.
Didn't either.
But that's why you were supposed to be staying with him.
No. That's not why I said I'm gonna stay with him. He's a grown ass man. He can watch himself.
Is
He
he?
gets in trouble, goes to jail. It's his own goddamn fault.
Is he? Are you sure we don't aren't gonna need him for a future tower?
I mean, that's up to him. But he has to pay his own fines too. It's all on him.
Yeah, but what if he gets forced with days and days of labor?
I won't do anything dumb. When have I ever done anything that was that dumb that like derailed anything? See, you don't have an answer.
I'm not dealing with it today. I slept good last night. I've got clean clothes on. They're a little bit muted. That's fine. Wait. Fuck. A little bit muted. It's fine.
Yeah, it'll help you blend in the desert.
You know what? We gotta go make an appointment with the people in the royal quarter, and then go see a fucking guild.
Oh yeah, it's a whole thing. We got a whole lot of stuff going on in the city.
I am writing that goddamn thing.
The slide?
Is it a slide? That'd be cool as fuck. No, whatever the transportation thing is up there.
A slide. Isn't it just...
We still don't really know. We just know a gnome built it. I hope it's big enough for
I don't know. Isn't the structure similar
It's
to
a
the...
giant hamster ball.
Isn't the structure similar to an aqueduct?
I mean, possibly. There's no water in it.
Yeah, I'm thinking...
It also looks kind of like a road with a divot in it. Ooh. What if it's a magic? I have character. I wonder if it's a magic monorail. I almost said that shit in character because it doesn't make sense for him to know.
That could be it. But I think the worst thing it could be is just like a really high walking path.
A hamster ball. You have to run it yourself.
It's the Great Wall of Disappointment.
Alright. Finish your breakfast.
I already did.
So, are we going to the royals or the mages first?
Royals, we gotta set an appointment. Then we go to the mages.
And we gotta keep an eye for Kazan.
Yeah, sure. Wait, that's the person we're supposed to be. Yeah, we definitely gotta watch out for him.
Yeah, he's the one with information on the tower.
Wait, so we have to go to the royals to set an appointment, to have an appointment, to talk with them about the spire?
You have made one too many steps there. Set an appointment to talk to them. All we have to do. We're just looking for someone specific. And we may get all the information we need when we set the appointment. We don't know. The city is very bureaucratic. Very bureaucratic.
I was just picturing the rainbow with the words. It's bureaucracy.
We tried to open a stall here once. It was just a pain in the ass. We just had to make a deal with the jewelry guy.
Are all the royals going to be those elf folk?
Wow, what's wrong with elf
If
folk?
Kazan's up there, I highly doubt it.
What's wrong with elf folk?
No, there's nothing wrong with elf folk. They're fine as halflings. But
What's wrong with halflings?
They're half an elf.
That is
I mean,
okay. Well,
hold on a second.
Wait, hold on. That's not quite true.
I feel like I'm broken. I
was like, that's not true. I mean, I've got like a drop of elf envy, but that's not because you know the meme.
Look, I don't innately hate people. They just are them.
It's more like
And I'm me.
ignorance is bliss type situation, right?
I think enough ignorance is just straight up a crime.
No. We got the list of what the crimes were here. Ignorance was not one of
but
them.
disturbing the peace is.
I
I
don't...
wish I could buy alcohol right now.
Mimosa.
I heard there's this, back in my hometown, there was this drink that the adult folk would sometimes make in the morning. It was called Bleeding Meredith.
Is it just a shot of tequila? Because I'd be happy with that right now.
Nah. So you put,
They have cactus juice. That's basically tequila.
No,
that's
it's not
mezcal.
the same. No.
No, mezcal's a guap. I don't know alcohol, guys.
We get it. You're a sweet summer child.
Well, what time do the Royals get rolling? Because we might as well while the day is light.
If they're anything like the Royals from my home country, it's not until at least noon. That might not be true.
We'll be fine. People in the city are typically up early. Looks around the tavern or the inn.
Yeah, there's probably about, like, when you got here the night before, it was probably about half full. It's a little bit more full in the morning for like people at tables and stuff.
So one thing you guys got to learn, because y'all aren't from the area, y'all aren't near a desert, to be sure. The earlier you get things done, the more you get to stay indoors away from the heat.
Yeah, but the heat will put hair on your chest.
Do you think we're going to need to bribe someone while we do this?
I think you might have to bribe somebody when we're doing all this.
Right. I know which spell to prepare.
Is it estimate?
No, it's an actual spell.
Is there a spell that could take a magic image of someone's face when they get arrested? Looking at Guy.
Not that I'm aware of.
No, but I can try my hand at drawing it. Who do you think's going to get arrested out of the three of us?
I have now pictured a new spell called Snapshot. We had Zoom in the last campaign. Now we have Snapshot.
I'm
in this one.
imagining our potentially first line of merchandise is wanted posters for the three characters.
As I take a bite of oatmeal, very clearly it's Theo. He looks scared.
What? I don't think Gray's scary.
I can fix that.
Don't touch me.
My pa told me that he was mighty scared the first time he found a gray hair.
Why? That's a sign of age and wisdom. You want
He was having a halfling life crisis.
quarter life crisis.
Son of a bitch. I actually laughed at that one.
It's not the first joke I've told that you've laughed at.
Oh no.
It's the first one you
Dun,
definitely
dun,
didn't
dun.
want to laugh at.
So, roll quarter first. We could take the transportation road to get there.
You just really want to take...
Do we know how much it costs?
I don't care. I have the money for
It
it.
does not cost as much as finding a door, I think. I'm sorry, that was mean to me.
I think probably for the three
One
of us,
would
it would
hope
probably be
not.
like 10 gold or something like that, if I remember the price right. Let's go.
Right, lead the way.
He seems really well rested and energetic for some reason.
Well, yeah, he's wearing lighter clothes and he got a good night's rest. He's less edgy. He's lost his edginess.
Some other pranks happened he's not quite aware of yet, maybe. Who knows?
See, the muted clothing, because they washed his clothes in hot water instead of cold water, isn't really a prank to me. It's to him, it's more like, well, I guess they didn't know you have to wash blacks in cold water.
Yeah, but have you checked your
Okay.
pockets yet?
He has done nothing to these people.
That does.
Why would they prank him like that?
Because
He's the nice
no-
one.
He's the only one who hasn't been pranked yet.
So I actually do have a thing for that. But as you are out in the city, You're heading to the transit.
Yes.
Yes.
So there's a booth to get your tickets, and there's a thing written up above on this booth that says you can get a single ride. It's a single ride for 5 silver, or for 3 gold, you get essentially a card that allows you to.
It's a day pass.
Wait, hold on. Sorry, 5 silver for 1 ride, or 3 gold for a card that gives you 6 rides.
So what you're saying is we get a dark pass.
Yeah, you get a much cheaper pass if you buy the pass.
Wait. It's 5 silver or 3 gold?
It's the same.
It's the same.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I said the quantity wrong then. It's supposed to be. You're supposed to get one ride free, basically. Is what my brain originally said.
7
And
rides.
I was like,
I
hold
can't-
on.
I've been doing math all
That's
day.
fair. I was like, oh, hold on. That's the same price. That's how they get you.
No, you get 1 free ride if you get the pass.
Is there a sign that identifies this, like what it is actually called, this form of transportation on the ticket booth?
So it is called the District Link, is what it's called.
All right. So
The question is that price per the individual or per the group?
Yes.
Can you use the same card for more than one ride?
More than one person?
Yes. Like if we buy a car,
You get X number of transits
yeah.
per
If we all chip in 1 gold, we get 2 rides for each of us, and then somebody gets to go again.
is that how it works? Because if not, Theo has no problem buying these because they kind of need to get around the town.
You guys can give me a perception to see how everybody else is using it.
I feel like some of the locals might get a discount.
Theo got an 11.
10.
21.
Okay, so our friend over here, Guy, you're seeing that everybody is carrying their own card. For those who are using the passes.
Oh, these people just must not have friends.
I'll take 3
Yeah,
cards.
I know.
Dort doesn't. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say I don't realize that Theo's gonna pay and start counting out coppers.
I'll take 3 cards, please.
I was reaching for my
We kinda
wallet
need it.
slowly,
Thank you.
and then I
Theo.
slowly unreach for my wallet.
I will remember.
Aha,
this.
mistake number 1 in a city. No, never show them where your wallet is.
Joke's on them. I have more than
Theo
one.
already had the money ready.
Joke's on them. I already have more than one wallet. Some's in my hat. Some's in my shoes.
Also, my blacksmith generator is on point today. Good lord.
Smithington.
No, I refreshed the page and it gave me all new names, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the 10 names are brilliant. They're
Okay,
just
but can we
brilliant
someday
names.
meet Smithington, the hostler? He's not a smith. He sells horses. Damn.
He has just been killed.
There's been a murder in the town. We must solve it.
No. The murder happened on Squirrel Island. Let's go.
So yeah, you get your passes. The person just counts out the gold and hands you the 3 passes, and just says next, and waves you away.
Stands in line and waits. This is the most kid-like y'all ever seen Theo act.
If you're
Like straight
Is
up.
he like bouncing on his toes?
A little bit,
Hey,
like bouncing on his heels a little
Theo,
bit.
if we don't end up using all these, I'll give you what's left of the uses on my card so you can ride it some more if you really like it.
I always wanted to know what this thing does. Okay. I don't know why I'm so
And
excited.
You're going to the Royal District, right? Okay. So you are able to get into the area, to get in the queue, to put in the cards. They basically, punch out your card, and you walk into the station itself. And this has a big map of the city that tells you which line goes where. Every line goes to the castle district, but then they also run around the city in different honeycomb patterns. But what you see is if you go to the castle district, you're gonna have to You're gonna have to stop at every main district hub. So it's 3 stops before you get to the Royal District.
Right, so it looks like we gotta wait 3 stops.
Yep, 3 stops is a direct line, but there's 3 stops.
Does this map have an indicator of where the mages or wizards guild or whatever the hell it's called is?
They are also inside the castle district.
Oh, okay. It was like
that's where a lot of the functionaries and stuff are.
looks like where we need to go is all up
inside
here.
that district.
Good thing bureaucracy is so smooth here. They just put everything you need to do in one area.
I mean, not everything, but those 2, the big ones are all there. People who have actual power in the city are inside that district.
I'm not familiar with how they're structured with this bureaucracy. I've never seen one that actually works smoothly or acts in the best interest of its citizens. Does that happen here?
Puts his hand on Doric's shoulder. There's no such thing as a government of any kind acting in the best interest of their citizens.
Mate.
It's not how it works.
Well, sometimes, but it's often coincidental.
Yeah, so you head into the train. You manage to get up to where you gotta go. It's this big train car deal, and there is this. You can actually see now that there are rails. It's just rail, and there's a little train car thing.
It is a monorail.
I mean, I specifically said there are rails.
But it's fair, but it's an above ground subway.
It's an above ground rail network.
It's an L train.
There you go.
The L train. Horrible memories.
At least you're not in the DART bus system.
We don't have any of that in my city. We just have buses that are garbage. So,
is there a pamphlet on the history of the district link or anything like that, giving information or a miniature map to carry with you?
Give me.
You're really playing into the L train thing, aren't you?
Hey, look, having a map of this on us could be handy. Thank you.
Listen, the only thing
Yes,
that you
yes,
can
it will.
find is some graffiti that says there is no war in Dunehold. I'm pretty sure.
Not right. That's not right, but that's not right.
That's
I love
2
it, but it's
references
not right.
to that franchise in one episode. Hell yeah!
That's
Thank you.
Give me. I think it was history, was it not? No. Give me a.
Diplomacy.
Is that society?
Society, probably.
You know we live. You know we live
Yeah,
in
society. I was remember what it's actually called now.
That's no bueno.
I'm used to Starfinder where it's a culture, so I'm like, what is
Well,
that roll
it's
again?
bureaucracy.
I
There
have
is no
actually been
culture.
enjoying Starfinder, listening to it. Oh, Jesus. Two.
Starfighter's fun. Okay. So yeah, you did not see anything when you were looking at the maps and stuff around before you could get into the train.
Cool.
You guys can roll society to see if you can locate a pamphlet or a map or something.
Sure, I
like
can do
The
that.
society.
Proficiencies. I don't have.
It's a society.
I don't have a society modifier, so this will be
I
fun.
haven't either.
I got an 8.
All right.
And my 2.
I'm excited.
It's up to the guy to save the day again.
You are the face character.
Yeah, why am I doing well in this city?
Because you're like any farm boy who goes into a big city. You're like, okay, where are all my exits? Where are all my pieces of information? Where's everything I need to get through this without any trouble?
Licks fingers, smooths out eyebrows. Where are the ladies?
For some reason, I take offense to that.
Okay, so that's a
Which part?
15.
Okay, so the 15, you would have noticed that there is like a area that has like free district link maps.
Well, don't mind if I do. Yoink.
So you'll notice if you want to go to the area where they told you about that one blacksmith, after you go to the castle district, you would take the blue line to go north
Oh, right.
to get to that district.
He needs a frying pan.
Yes.
Don't you need a shield also?
No, I have a shield, so I think the goal after the frying pan is to get a stick so I can play the drums on it if I ever need money on the streets.
So
No, not here. You can't.
the outer ring of the city for the outer districts is primarily working districts. So they have like a lot of shops, taverns, a lot of stuff that would be helpful towards outsiders of the city.
And then one of the walls has to have a working district.
The next ring is more of like a locals ring, but it's kind of that not really like lower class, but like not like more of the worker people. A lot of more local taverns, a lot of more local stores, and like tailor stuff like that. The next ring in is a lot of the more wealthy areas, and then the castle district is the nobles. So it's a bunch of mansions of the different.
That's the dream
houses.
eventually, isn't it? To have a mansion, not a mansion.
Does it increase in elevation as you go in, or is it all pretty much like planar?
It does a little bit, but not drastically.
Okay.
Does the center of it decrease in elevation so they can have a pool of water?
No, it does not decrease in elevation. Yeah. But you get on your train. Guy has your map, and as you load up, somebody will close the doors, and then you'll hear this little engine. There's this little like engine on the side of the cart. It's a steam engine, a little wood burning engine, and they release a lever, and the vehicle starts moving.
Can somebody just strap in iron stove into this thing and call it a vehicle? Wow, what do they think of next?
Are we sitting, standing, handrails, mixture?
There is a mixture of all the above, but you can roll. I think it would be a acrobatics if you want to like get into a seat or something. Like you want to get to a specific spot without moving people around. It'd be acrobatics.
Okay, well.
Or I can roll a dice and tell you where you're at.
I mean, I don't really care, but
yeah, it doesn't really matter where Theo's at. It's just he's on the train.
I'll roll to see if I maintain balance if it's going fast enough.
Well, I got a dirty 20 to get a seat, but the guy will gladly give it up to a pregnant person or an elderly.
Or somebody who's injured.
Yeah. Like, I got the seat. Well, you need it more than I do. My folks raised me right.
So I'll say the group has somewhere standing nearby one of the doors. And then you can get a seat if you want one, guy.
Like I said, I will give it up if somebody more needing of it.
At this station, no one seems to be more needy.
Well, then
no
I
more
got a
needy of
seat.
it.
I'll just stay standing.
Wait,
That's-
So
I
you
have
head
a
to the
very
next,
important question.
the next district.
This was
Yes.
designed by gnomes. Is everything gnome-sized?
Yes.
Okay.
No. There is a mixture of sizing. So basically, they have like the benches would be sized for your normal, like your elf humans, like the orcs, stuff like that.
Are there?
And then there is specific areas for like your standing rails that are designed for the shorter races.
So is there a
As well as the
halfling
hanging
zone?
rails.
Wait, hold on. I need to ask, not for guy's sake, but sort of for guy's sake. Are there large women? So,
I mean, it's a city that's primarily elves, humans, and gnomes.
so kind of.
Oh my god. What if some of the clan members are here doing trades right now?
I want to know how much I have to avoid doing it.
Don't you know if we split up, we always stick together?
We're not splitting up in this city. You will definitely get
I
lost.
thought,
Oh, I prepared the wrong split.
I thought that was the advertisement for the last towns we were in, apple fritters.
Apple
Apple
fritter.
fritters.
I could go for an apple fritter.
They're a specialty of Squirrel Island.
All right. Well, we're just making small
So-
talk,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these cars are not fast.
Like walking speed, or are we like being pulled
Is
by
this
a
a
horse?
is this a like a trolley in, say, like California, where like they're kind of fast but they're really not?
So its top speed is 15 feet.
Per
Oh,
I'm
dear.
faster than it, but it's a straight shot, so
yeah, this thing seems to be going up and over buildings.
Yes. Yeah, it goes up and around buildings and over stuff. Like it's doesn't have to. You can see, like when you look down through the windows, you can kind of see where the roads kind of weave and wind through buildings and around different towers and walls. And if you were down below on the roads, it would probably it would take you easily 4 times the time it would take you to take this to the center of the city.
how violent are the wind chimes making noise right now? Like, is it really windy? Or is it
It's a fairly soft kind of just that soft twinkle.
okay?
So you get to the next district where it's primarily living in like local shops, and some people get off, people get on. So you notice that the people get off, and then the people who are waiting get on, and then the doors close.
The offer
it
still
goes again.
stands to give up my seat to somebody who needs it.
I'd like to see if I recognize it.
We'll see if you
Okay,
recognize anyone.
if he rolls poorly, does he think he recognizes somebody? Guy, Guy, what
Yeah,
are you
give
doing
me-
here? I'm over here. Oh, that's just a different halfling.
Give me your society roll, I guess.
19.
That's interesting.
So I will say nobody jumps out as somebody that you would recognize.
Okay.
It's just a sea of people, and there's a lot of faces in the crowd.
How many, like, are we talking like 20, 30 people a train here, essentially, or
Or these Japan trains?
is it bigger? Yeah.
Well, the population size of this city is a staggering just shy of 100,000
That's a
people.
decent amount.
So that's a little bit smaller than Renaissance Florence.
That's a lot of people. Then.
Yeah, this is like this would be the equivalent of a New York City for this world.
Okay.
It's absolutely ridiculous numbers of people.
By the way, I was trying to see if Kjartan was just happened to be getting on. who I was specifically looking for.
So you're specifically looking for Asimars?
Is it Asimov? Did I
Now
totally
that you've
miss that?
confused, now that you have completely confirmed that,
Yeah, thanks for letting us know. Follow up.
I mean, the description matched
Yes,
an Asimar,
but
okay.
it hasn't been.
I knew that because I'm a Pathfinder. I don't think they do that.
Yeah. So
Nope.
I have
No.
an unrelated question. Graham
Okay.
Blue, does he float, easily in the train, or is he having to guardian angel while you're speeding down a highway follow along?
I'd like to think he's,
Angels in the outfield
dodging
over here.
in between people as they weave and wob as the train moves.
Or is he just like, whoa,
I
what
think
the
he would
hell
have-
is this?
I think he would have just kind of like ducked away to where he's not. He's just not.
So he's not
visible.
a ghost in a house that finally got indoor plumbing installed for the first time? Thank you, Ike.
No, but he is a ghost that's inside you.
I don't like the way you phrase that. I'll be right here
Exactly.
in my heart, actually. In your gallbladder. 'Cause I'm full of bile, baby.
So I can tell y'all right now, with each stop, Theo looks more and more bored because of how slow it is.
Theo, are you disappointed?
Are there
Yes.
windows?
Okay.
Yes, there's
Oh, I
windows.
assumed it
You're
was
looking
open
at the
air.
road. Yeah, it's all open air in the city.
Man,
Roads
you know
have
it'd be
gone
really
awful
messed
hot. They
up?
want the wind to move.
If somebody spit out the window and it hit somebody in the head.
No,
Pretty sure that
I'm
happens
not
all the
going
time.
to jail or working in the army. Quit giving me intrusive thoughts.
I get the feeling you might get a fine for feeding the sand cats.
I haven't fed any of the sand cats yet.
You said yet.
Well, I mean, I don't plan on. He's the one who wants a pet.
You got a rat. Have you seen the size of the sand cats? They're pretty big, but I don't think they're that big.
First of all, it's not a pet
Also-
if you ride it. It's a mount.
Also, I'm pretty sure you guys have been remembering the wrong name.
What?
Pretty sure you're remembering the wrong name
What name?
for the person
It's
who wants to
Kassan.
meet in the city.
No.
No, Kassan's the potential contact.
I thought that was the name of the guy who pawned off the ring.
Madul told us about Kassan. Is that not right?
That's the Azamar we're looking for. Because he has the same name as a different character in a different game. I wonder if this one's also a
I
nerd.
thought Kassan was the. I thought Kassan was the one that was telling you to go look for Madul.
No, Madul told us to look for Kassan.
I mean,
Oh,
Are you
Like the
gaslighting
nose.
us?
That's
what
they
my
hate
Hey,
the nose.
hey, hold on. Are you fucking with me right now?
No,
I don't know. Am I?
Yeah, Kassan, because he was described as blonde with metal skin, stands out in the crowd.
Yeah, he's just a human. Is he a
And I
human?
must have-
You said he's a metal man.
That's what I thought. I didn't.
That must have my notes backwards.
I was like,
Okay.
did we fail a history check? I don't remember.
envisioned somebody from My Hero Academia, however you say it.
Did,
Yeah, so
I
I
was
must
like,
have
did
my
we
notes
fail a
backwards.
history
Oh,
check
okay.
I don't remember making? What the
I
hell
was
is
going-
happening?
There's not a. First off, there's not.
Is there a false
But I
Hydra?
was like, no.
Who's Kassan?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm so confused.
But he's not a government official that we like. He's not who we're
No, I
trying
thought we were
get
going to
point.
get like the registry of new tenants or whatever.
What?
What are
No.
we going to the district for?
Because we're looking for him. They said he most likely works in the Royal District.
So he is who we're trying to get.
I'm gonna be
Yes.
completely honest with you guys and the listeners. I'm very tired and very hungry. I'm at 70% capacity right now. Let's go.
So he was the one who ventured too close to the spire
Right.
and came back. So,
But doesn't remember anything that happened to him.
but if he was near the spire, then the Royals or possibly the Mages Guild would know where he is because they would deal with matters up the spire.
That's right. He had to fill out an incident report, and we're going to get his home address from that.
I mean, that's probably about as close as we're going to get with this group.
Yeah, in a city this size, yeah, you're going to need help finding somebody.
All right, next up.
Yeah. So, after you leave the nicer, more upscale area and you head in towards the actual castle district, that massive looming tower you saw, you're actually heading in directly. It's almost like you're heading directly to the right-hand side of that massive spire inside the city. So as you get into the station, the car stops, and the doors open up to leave into the castle district.
All right.
Don't worry, I have a plan.
Well, tell us the plan first.
I think that should worry everybody involved.
Yeah, that's why I
So,
said it like
I
that.
prepared 2 spells specifically that I think could help us.
What
today.
are they?
The first, we're in the middle of a desert. What do people want?
To get out of the desert.
Water.
That's a close.
We're not actually in the desert
That's a
yet. We're
that's a
close to
close
the
second.
desert.
Still, I feel like they would want it. And the second one is, we can bribe someone. I have a thoughtful gift spell.
I'm pretty sure. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure bribing was in the pamphlet.
I don't think it was.
I would like to look in said pamphlet.
Listen, bribery in any city is in the pamphlet.
Whoa, hold on.
It's really just a little
Wait.
lubrication.
Yeah, hold on. This
to
is a
help the
very
wheels of
bureaucratic
government.
city. There is a lot of bribery happening here.
But it's
All
not
the more
telegraphed.
reason a thoughtful gift would
That's
be
part of the
important.
reason why there is so much red tape.
Right.
It's only bribery
It's
if you
only
get caught.
bribery
Yeah.
if it's not a steak dinner.
You don't call it bribery. It's like, I'm just giving my friend a gift.
Yes. This is
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
This is the polycast.
Right. We need to go find some kind of administration of some sort. Looks for a guard or someone who looks important. Let's just start looking around. Someone's got to be able to tell us around up
The
here.
funniest thought is that somehow
If only we had a map.
I have a map.
It's the same guard from before.
No, I was going to say the funniest thing would be if that somehow Guy was the most important looking person there. It's the way he he carries himself.
Hey, are you carrying Dave, by the way?
I would have just had the horns removed eventually. I've had free time. I want to make a cool hat or a hammer.
Do I see any guards or official looking people?
Yeah, there are guards up here.
Theo's going to approach one. Excuse me.
Yes, what is it?
I need to know who we talked to about setting an appointment to find someone who's either been to or knows about the ruin tower.
Well, you'll want to go into the House of Scribes, and they'll kind of give you directions, head down this road for 3 roads, then it's, make a right, and then you go down that way for 4 roads, make a left, and then there is the building, you'll know right away it's the House of Scribes. because over their open doorway is a big, a very large sign that's a piece of parchment.
Ah,
It's not next to, say, some deep horticulturalist guild, right? Somebody got that.
That's what you did there. No, that's what you did there. He says, if you're going that way and you go past a large red building, you've gone too far.
okay.
What's
What's
a large red building?
While I have you here, oh, okay, that works good.
The large red buildings are
All
barracks.
right.
While we have your attention, where is I believe it's the Wizards Guild? Looks at Guy for confirmation.
What's the Wizards Guild? The Mages
The
Guild.
It was
Mages Guild.
Mages Guild.
Okay, if it was the Wizards
Mages
Guild, it's 100% the second highest tower in the city. It's the Mages Guild. It's just it's got stone lion statues up front.
It's a windmill
So
with bar.
No, that's the Fighters
the
Guild.
guard, when you asked about where the Mages Guild is, the wizard just points at the largest tower in the city.
Okay, cool. Thank you, sir.
All right then.
Can I take
walking
another
away.
look around to see if I recognize anyone?
Sure.
I just assume we're gonna randomly bump into him in town. We're in the rich part. 17.
Never said that he lived up here.
So you do not find anybody that looks like the description you were given.
Okay.
I mean, actually, wait. 17. So you do find somebody that somewhat matches the description.
Instead of
that you were
bronze,
given.
they're purple.
Theo, do you think that's him over there?
Theo looks at this person he's pointing out.
Point's obviously pointing at this person. Like,
Does that
not
count
hiding
as?
it
Does
at
that
all.
activate the curse?
No, he has not tried to make an
Okay.
impression on anybody yet. The person you point at, for Theo's reference, 110% is definitely a female.
No, Doric, that is not the person we're looking for.
Wow.
Let us go.
You know what's going to be the biggest kick in the teeth? Besides an actual kick in the teeth, is if Kassan was the conductor of that ride we were on the whole time.
See,
Did anybody tell us that Kassan was
Yes.
a guy?
That's my friend.
Okay.
I should buy him a drink. Yeah, he'll like that if you buy him a drink. Him.
Okay.
There
just couldn't-
were
I
some
couldn't
nouns of
remember.
the professional variety thrown around.
Okay.
Professional variety.
Isn't that what that means?
I've never thought of that before in my life. I'm not really
According to all of the people from the UK that I know, I only know poor English, so I cannot confirm.
Oh, so you only have.
All right, British. All right, fans in the UK, it's time to step
Oh,
up
so
on
you only know
Discord.
poor nouns.
So you were directed towards the House of Scribes, you're directed towards the Mages.
Are there any like buskers or any?
is there rickshaws?
No.
In this area of the city, there are no buskers because that would be loitering.
Typical big city thinking. Obviously, they'll take the most talented ones because they've earned the right to be by the rich section.
All right. To the scribes first.
No, there are a couple taverns and stuff in this area, so there's places you could, pull up a seat, take a rest. They're much more higher scale taverns, but there are taverns and stuff in this area too. And there's a couple temples and
I'm
shrines.
asking for a friend. Are there any large women?
You're in a city that is primarily humans, elves, and gnomes.
I don't think the orcs would have made it this
Technically,
far.
all but one of those counts as large women to guy.
All right.
Also, it's a city that's basically like New York, so it's got literally everybody under the sun comes to the city.
Are any of those shrines or temples happen to be areas? topography?
Not in the castle district.
Okay. Can't believe they don't have arrows here. How rude.
This is a landlocked city, my friend. Landlocked.
But they need.
You know what that means,
but-
right?
Yes, it's locked with land.
It means you gotta pay premium if you want the
You
water.
know,
It means there's no ports.
Yes, I'm aware of that. I went to school.
Look,
Doric. There's a really strong retort you can give him. By the way,
yeah, it really leads me.
Okay.
there you go. Give you a little filler on your deity.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, arrows is for the storms, not just water.
You know, actually, that's my least favorite kind of storm, is where it's just muggy and lightning and there's no rain. Those are the worst kind. Well,
A lightning storm? They happen in the mountains all the time.
actually, the worst one's blizzards, but that's besides the point.
I think a really old person's gonna walk by and says, "Nah, the worst storms are sandstorms." Just keep walking.
I suppose everybody has their own worst type of storm.
I think it all depends where you grew up. Hurricanes rather rough.
I can feel that. I've been in one of those. I was like 9, I think. I was also on an airship.
Why in the world would you be on an airship with a hurricane? That's
We
a
were
horrible
chasing.
idea.
We were chasing.
You were
a
storm
bounty.
chasers.
We were chasing a bounty, and he just happened to fly into
Hey,
the eye of a
Dork.
hurricane.
In
Okay.
your temple, is storm chasing blasphemous or not? That is a genuine question. I am not even making a joke.
I'm going to say, and I'm no expert on it. You'd have to speak to Brother Father.
Bro,
He knows better on that.
pardon?
Brother Father. His last name is Father. It's not like he's my dad. I haven't seen my dad in I don't know how many years since I left the mountain. Well, it's not that I was washed away from the mountain.
In a storm?
I think I know what our next trip needs to be, guys.
Dad's our Russ.
Let's return Dork to the mountain.
I don't
I
want
haven't been there. I
I've
grew
got
up
the
in the
receipt.
temple.
I
I
want a
don't
different
know. If anything, they would need arrows here. You could bring the storms, bring the water. It would be beneficial.
The
to
storms
have
he
a
would
temple.
bring here are sandstorms.
Yeah, also, I think you could find the water if you just use a dowsing rod.
A dowsy what?
I gotta know something, Silver. Out of character, real quick. Are there wells everywhere around this city for water? Because where it sits at on the plains here.
No, there's a giant aqueduct.
Aqueduct. Well, I'm talking about where. I mean, the aqueduct obviously either comes from the river or the lake. But normally they also would have wells with it.
I have an important...
Yeah, no,
I have an
that's why
important
there's
question.
aqueducts in the city. There's no groundwater underneath the city, or they've since used it
I
all
have a
up.
very important question. I mean, the aquifers would refill
Uh-huh.
eventually. Groundwater refills eventually, right?
You have to stop using it for a
Oh,
long
well,
time.
okay.
You
the
gotta
aqueducts,
stop for a very
are
long
they lined
time.
with lead, or are they lined with some sort of bronze material?
You'd have to
I
very
think we'll
closely
find. I
investigate
think we'll
the
find out
aqueducts to
once we
figure that
meet the
answer out.
nobility. Am I wrong?
Oh dear.
Are they going to be super inbred?
No. I meant lead poisoning.
Oh, nah. That would just mean everybody.
Yeah,
had it.
but especially the rich people. They can have servants bring them their water instead of getting their water 1 or 2 times a day.
They could also have their water imported from somewhere else. Bring me the glacier water from the Dragon Islands.
Sir, shouldn't we share this with the poor people? Bah.
Why? Just mine.
They didn't even bribe me this week.
I paid for it.
Yeah.
Head into the scribes.
All right, so you navigate through the city. Have to cut around different buildings and different people, kind of walking everywhere. A lot of the clothing you see in this area is very clearly upper scale. There's a lot of people with fine clothing, and you see a lot of people who have on shields. There's like family crests rather than nation crests.
Wow. Hey, G-Pop.
Predominantly elven.
The nobility is pretty mixed humans and elves. There's a couple families in there that are outside of that group, but primarily it's humans and elves.
Hey, venerable ancestor, what's our family crest?
Haven't thought about that in a very long
That makes
time.
sense. Will you get back to me on that later? Are you
Perhaps.
saying perhaps because you don't want me wearing it unless I do something that does you proud?
Perhaps.
I hit the nail on the head.
Theo is talking to himself again.
I think he's talking to Grandpa.
He doesn't like me calling him that.
Wait, I thought his name was
Well, it's none
Nunya.
you do.
No.
Wait, guy, your Peepaw Nunya guy, he does magic and everything, right? He's like really good at it, like better than you would be.
Better than both of us combined, and then some.
Does he know what's going on with me?
Oh,
Can
I
you
will
ask
get
him
him.
for me?
Looking at some guy next to you.
yeah. That is a 25 diplomacy to figure out what his steez is, by the way.
25 diplomacy to see
Yeah, I'm
what
on you,
he
G-Pop.
does, huh? So he doesn't hide it. He's just, when he hears that question, he has an arrogant smirk on his face.
What did he say, guy?
He didn't say anything, but I think you'll have to owe him a favor of some sort if you want him to tell you.
I'm gonna stare at the same guy, like where I think guy is looking at.
This poor dude.
So I'm just staring at this one guy, that same guy, with just quizzical look on my face of like,
So that single person speeds up. And,
Have a lovely day, sir. or ma'am. I wasn't actually looking at him.
They don't know that. They can't see. They can't
No,
see.
no,
I
no,
can't
no.
see.
My head
I can't see him either, and I stick my hands out and like wave him around
Okay.
like I'm trying to touch him, but have
Well,
no
listen,
idea
now my
where
head
he is.
canon is that person could 100% see P-Pop and was like, "Ha, but that would explain the cold chill. I gotta get out of here." Like there has to be the occasional NPC out there who's like, "Oh, a ghost."
The ghost just waves
oh
at him.
no, a
Oh,
ghost.
ghost! Oh no, he's British.
Ruh-roh. You keep your secrets, ghost elf.
Why are you being rude to him? I think
I'm
he's
not.
surprisingly
I
nice.
didn't call him a fart this time.
You know, my theory is he cursed you. That's what my theory is.
But I never did anything to him.
I don't think it was what you did to him.
When did this start?
I don't know. Back with the caravans and when you started having an eye.
I don't know
for
what you're
larger
talking about.
women. Wink.
That's a natural 23 deception. Or a natural 20.
I don't think I can.
Or a
literally can't
natural
be it 'cause I have
26
no modifier.
performance.
Yeah, I'm assuming I would have to roll opposing on that because nothing I could.
But the question is, who am I
like?
lying to? To Doric or to myself?
Or to himself. Both. Both.
The heart wants what it wants. But sometimes there's a height limit.
You must be this
No.
tall to ride.
I was gonna make that exact same joke.
No, she must be this thick with 3 C's.
Be this tall with 5 L's.
It's a horizontal measurement instead of vertical.
Listen, I just want a powerful woman. Is that so bad?
Oh.
Power is very, very, very attractive.
Yeah. Anywho's. The question is, was that in character or out of character?
Definitely in character. I just imagine this is a conversation we're having.
In the future,
like-
once guy realizes it, like, I just want a powerful woman. Is that so hard? And Theo's like pats his shoulder.
We're having a flashback.
Yeah, it's all right. Power is very attractive. I remember my first love.
Doric is asleep while this conversation.
Doric is asleep because we made sure he was asleep.
We're
Once we
looking back
finally
and
make it
his
to
drink.
our island, on our way to that tower in the
All right.
Bay of
All right.
Drakes.
So
My-
you stopped in the road and we're having the conversation. You can see the building for the House of Scribes.
There's that sign. What are the other buildings around it signs?
They're mostly administrative type functions. There's one that's like there's one that's this. It shows a picture of the like the like the arch that is the aqueduct as well as the
potentially
transit,
the Architects Guild.
and it's written in Gnomish. The actual wording is. I don't know if you guys read Gnomish.
They're gnomish
No.
engineers.
I would like to take a guess as to one of the buildings near the Mages Guild.
You're not by the Mages Guild, but
I'm imagining somewhere in the area there has to be some sort of used bookstore. No, not in this district.
There ain't.
They're not used. They burn all the used books.
I'm just gonna throw this out there.
Please don't. That's
I don't think I should be talking to people.
really...
We've told you this multiple times.
Let me talk to him first.
Theo finally figured out that I'm cursed. So I don't think I should be
I
talking.
figure something more than normal was wrong with you when you screamed in that family's face. Not once, but I believe twice. There was something.
Yeah, you kind of terrorized that poor person.
Twice.
Is it really my fault?
Doric,
Since I didn't
Yes.
put the curse
but
on
Doric,
myself. It's really the curser's
Doric, I just
fault.
want you to know that sometimes you say things that are not very nice. Or are just incredibly rude. And I don't think they're intentional, and I don't think that makes it better.
I'm pretty sure poltergeists also don't care. It looks in the direction where Guy looked to look at his ancestor, right?
Hey, Dia, question.
Yes.
Is this a area that would be safe to perform magic in, or are there plants and stuff affected by that?
I thought the plants were the reason you could use magic in certain areas.
Yes, but what you notice around here is there's no... Like, through the actual streets, there aren't any of the dampening plants.
Okay.
But there are some, as you head around, like around some of the houses and stuff, there's like some of those dampening plants.
So I'm going to use this moment where it seems like we're in a gap to cast guidance on both Guy and Theo. That's cool.
Okay.
That gives them +1 to what is it? Either an attack roll, perception check, saving throw, or skill check, just in case that comes in handy while we are talking, or they are talking to people and everything.
Sweet.
Put this one in here.
Don't worry,
It's good for an hour.
Don't worry, Doric. We'll figure out and we'll find a way for you to make amends with the ancestor.
I just don't want people knowing that kind of thing about
What kind of thing?
I'd rather.
I don't know. Well, listen, we all have our secrets, but sometimes if you're honest about the secrets, they aren't shameful.
I know confession is good for
well,
the
not for
soul.
the soul. It just means there's less things for people to use against you if you don't care who knows it. I used to suck my thumb. I stopped when I was 8. But halflings age a little bit slower in humans, so I think that's perfectly acceptable.
I personally only believe 2 gods exist. Goddesses, technically.
Well, I mean, we have been to a tavern in like another dimension, so there's got to be more than 2.
Yeah, but they're not gods. They're just weird people with a lot of power.
Yeah. Well, somebody had to have given him the power.
I'll slowly turn my head and stare at him. And you say I say offensive things.
Listen,
I
the only
worship
gods to
a
me
god.
Okay, I get that. The only gods that matter to me are the goddess of luck and the goddess of life and death. I could give 2 shits about anybody else. The goddess of luck is literally the only reason I'm alive. I guarantee it.
Wait, wouldn't the one about life and death also be the reason you're alive? And then perhaps some sort of god or goddess of love, because something had to have happened to be bringing you here. Unless somebody casts a spell. Is there a baby spell? I know where babies come from, but I'm genuinely curious.
I am
ancestor. Serious question: is there a spell that just makes children? Because that could explain how I descended from you.
The form spell, baby.
So the look he gives you is the look that you would get for that is literally the dumbest thing you've ever asked in your life.
I would cast prestidigitation and make a small baby in my hand, please. And give it
Doric,
to Guy.
please, please give me a perception check while you're walking around. Actually, no, sorry. Yes. No. Yes. No.
Yeah, are we about to end the episode with Doric getting hauled off for casting a spell in a no casting zone?
Oh no.
No. You were wanting to look for something, right, Doric?
Oh, yeah, like the temple or shrine to Eros.
So Eros will not be in this area, but if you do a religion...
Oh, okay, so hang on.
Sorry.
Oh, for a second,
Yep.
they're about to tell us that we just walked past our guy.
Actually, take that because religion's got the same modifier on there. So I'll stick with that roll, unfortunately. 9.
Do another roll because the reception was also something I need you to roll too.
Okay. 23 on.
So for your perception, as far as you're aware, nobody's coming to arrest you for breaking the law. And then the 23, you would spot in this area for some temples. You would spot 2 temples that would be seen from where you're currently standing, like where you're at around the city. You have the temple for Nero and the temple for the Sentinel. Basic knowledge for those in case you don't have them up in front of you. The Sentinel is basically the Gravekeeper. He's the one that ensures what is dead remains dead. That's his whole shtick. He also has a couple other things in through there. Dreams is one of the other areas he touches. So he keeps the dreams and everything that is the vigil of watching the grave, the dreams of those who are alive and those who are dead, and keeping them, secure, and then the actual keeping the dead actually dead, and the decay and such. So that is him, very bleak deity. And the other one you saw, which is Nero, is the god of cities, creation, and fire for life are his main. Basically, everything that would be around the city life would be Nero. So those are the 2 temples you would see nearby, which could possibly, either one of those could probably help you out with your curse. Depends which one you want to actually try to go for, if you want to use those.
Got a lot of things to do here.
Yes. Much city things. And then, so you guys were going to start heading towards the scribes, which that's where you'll enter into for next time. Is there anything else anybody needs to do while they're in the castle district? So it's going to be in the notes.
How much would it cost to buy a castle?
Actually, there is a thing for that.
The other system, but there's got to be one in Pathfinder as well. I'm asking for a friend.
Theo just wants to open a shop. He doesn't want to have a castle.
The stuff. The guy's descended from fancy people. Eventually, he's gonna want the fancy things. No. I said guy.
Oh, guy. I said
no,
the guy.
Guy. Am I? Giverson Fields, Esquire. What does Esquire mean?
I swear to God, if that was your name, that'd be
Giverson
hilarious.
Fields Esquire.
That's lawyers.
And the Esquire at the end of it would be
Esquire
hilarious.
Mean?
Lawyers.
I'm the guy who'll fight for you in court. Let's go. So, I believe we're ending the episode, not the podcast. And if you want to talk about said podcast, or share memes, or music videos, or what have you, Discord. Discord's your friend. Not the concept, but the app. We'll be there. Link in the description below.
I thought you were going to go a different direction with that, but I accept that too.
Where did you think I was going with that?
Where do you think I think you were going with that?
The concept of Discord is always our friend.
I thought you were going to find a reason to call me a weeb again.
He doesn't need a reason.
I'm just jealous, everybody. It was confirmed before we started recording.
It's not a record I was talking about.
It's on my record. I was recording that whole conversation.
All right.
I don't believe you recorded me, buddy.
Oh, goodness. All right. So, if you have enjoyed our meandering trip across the District Link L train today, do us a favor. Give us a rating and review. 5 stars if you think we've done great. If you want a little more detail about other stuff and think we need to work on that, let us know. You know, there's also a feedback button for those of y'all who use Spotify to listen to us. Check that. You can always click that, give us some feedback, thoughts on the episode that way too. We'd appreciate that. And of course, always telling other folks about us. It's a great way to get our podcast out there and grow all the people that we can reach and interact with them. Yeah, I'm just going to stop right there because I feel like I'm getting weird with it.
It's always, you always got to get weird with it. You always got to get weird with it.
Yeah. Slipped too much into Doric.
And don't forget to join us on our social medias as well. And not just Discord. We've got Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I've gotten pretty active on most of those, so I still don't know how to work Twitter. I know I'm old, but I don't know how to work it. So just join us. Have some fun with us.
No, so we will go with what? We'll go with our theme of the week. Theme of the week. Let's go with convoluted city structures and politic groups. Like, what are some cities you've made or you've interacted with that had some weird, either like, ours was like this bureaucracy where it's, this massive city with these different levels of different nobility and people and what goes on there. Or
I went to Boston once.
I was talking about games, but I guess that works.
Lovely city, but what the hell, guys? I know you were built before grid structure, but Jesus.
But no, so stuff like that about different cities you've either you've made in a game or you've interacted with in a game. Kind of some of the weird oddities that have gone on in the city itself. There's definitely some weird oddities going on in this city that's going to be hopefully apparent here in the near-ish future. So I think we'll leave it at that. Let's hear some fun story cities. Story cities? Cities stories? Cities...
Infrastructure stories?
My brain almost went to a certain game that's coming out here in October.
And as always, there is no war in Dunehold. We love you.
We love you.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.